Good morning, my good people of Benue State. My name is Chief Madaki Ameh, and I come to you today to address you on how important the 2023 general election for governorship is to our future as a state. I am running to be governor of Benue State so that things can change for the best for our people. The intention I have is to ensure that when you entrust me with your mandate to be the governor of Benue State in 2023, I will be able to lead all the smart people in Benue State, and there are so many of them all over the state, in all the 23 local governments of the state. I will lead them in the right direction to create the sort of change that we want to see. Those changes will amaze all of you within the short period that I will be there as governor, because the tenure is only 4 years, and there's only so much you can do within 4 years. But what I intend to do is to energize the state within those 4 years to do so much more than anybody would have contemplated possible. I'm running under the platform of the Social Democratic Party because I think the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and which is the party of the current governor of the state, and the All Progressive Congress, APC, which used to be the party of the current governor of the state before he changed in 2019, during the second contest, have actually failed our people. The party has failed our people so woefully, the two parties have failed our people so woefully, not because they are bad in themselves, but I think because they've been led by people who do not have the capacity to govern as optimally as we would have loved it to be in Benue State. And because I don't want to be one of the, 73 odd candidates of both the All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party, I decided that the time has come to make a clean break from the past so that we can give our people a secure future of which we can all be proud. And so the Social Democratic Party, which is the party under which revered Reverend Father Moses Adasu contested and won the governorship of Benue State in 1992 and governed so well for 18 months. The same party that both Chief M.K. Abiola and Baba Gana Kingibe used to contest the presidential election in Nigeria in 1993, and they won convincingly, in spite of the fact that they are both a Muslim ticket, for the first time ever in the country. That is the same party that I am using as the platform for running for the governorship of Benue State. And as governor of Benue State, come May 29, 2023, I intend to focus on a few areas of our life that matter a lot to us. First of all, I will restore the dignity of Benue State as the food basket of Nigeria. As it is right now, because we hardly produce any food, we are indeed the basket of Nigeria, the food basket of Nigeria, but there is no food in the basket. We are the empty food basket of Nigeria. I intend for us to fill up that basket with actual production of food that is available for local consumption in abundance, at the right prices, and also in their processed form, for export to other parts of the country, and of course to outside of Nigeria, to earn that much needed foreign exchange that will make Benue one of the richest states in Nigeria. That's number one. How do I intend to do this? I intend to do this by ensuring that every square inch of land that is arable in Benue is put to use. As it is right now, if you're traveling from Otukpo to Macaulay, from Otukpo to Adoka, from Gboko, all the way to Adipo, all across the state, you see swaths and swaths of land where nothing is being done on. Nobody does agriculture in a sustainable way that way. What I intend to do, immediately you give me your mandate on May 29, 2023, and I'm sworn in as governor, I will invite the Chinese and the Israelis, and they will be our consultants for full-scale commercial agriculture, where every square inch of land that is arable will be put to use. And we will do this in a way that all the owners of the land will benefit maximally from it. When they deploy their technology and their know-how, to ensure that we cultivate in a useful and sustainable manner all of our land, 60% of the yield from the land will go to the owner of the land. 10% of the yield from the land will go to the Benue state government as the facilitator of this transaction. The other 30% goes to the farmer who brings in their technology and their know-how and their capital to ensure that the farming is done optimally. At the end of the day, it's a win-win-win situation for everybody. How do we even get to know who owns which portion of land? The plan too is that we will digitize every land holding in Benue, such that everybody who owns any piece of land will have a certificate of occupancy issued by the governor of the state and signed by me. What that does immediately is that it unlocks all the dead capital that our land is currently. Because we have a lot of resources, but nobody will lend money to our farmers on the strength of the land that they currently have because they have no papers to show that the land belongs to them. So we'll give them the best title to the land so that when they seek financing for their agricultural pursuits, the banks will be very willing to lend them because they have the best title to the land. And we'll make the cost of acquiring the land so that when they seek financing for their agricultural pursuits, the banks will be very willing to lend them because they have the best title to the land. And we'll make the cost of acquiring the state certificate of occupancy so low that everybody, both in the rural and urban areas, should be able to, achieve what they want to achieve with the land that God has given to them. That is one aspect of our transformational agenda. The next item that I need to talk about is education. With education, which is the biggest industry in Benue, it is a dying industry because people are unable to pay school fees at different levels. The intention, which is in line with the manifesto of the Social Democratic Party, is to make sure that education is free at all levels, right from primary school all the way to the university. How do we intend to do that? We intend to finance it by ensuring that every dime that is currently taken as security vote is put into a trust fund for education and healthcare. As it is currently, the governor takes 20% of the state allocation as security vote on a monthly basis. What we will do is to budget for security like every other item in a proactive manner. And whatever money we free up from security votes, which on the average is about R1 billion a month, will definitely be channeled into the funding of education for our children. I do not want any Benue son or daughter to be able to not get the best education up to at least the first degree level just because the parents cannot afford education. I don't want what I went through myself, the difficulty that I know my parents went through to be able to get all 18 of us that they had as children, trained through the university to happen to any other Benue child. Whether you are indigenously from Benue or you reside in Benue, we will treat everybody equally for this purpose. And on the issue of healthcare, we also intend to have the best healthcare available in the country. Healthcare will be free for anybody who is under the age of 20. And healthcare will also be free for anybody who is above the age of 50. Because we believe that if you are under 20, you have not started earning, and so there's no reason why anybody should pay for your healthcare. That's why the state will take on that responsibility. And if you are above 50, then it means that you are already going out of the employment bracket, and the state should begin to take responsibility for your aging years. We will do this by ensuring that we do an accurate data capture for every Benue resident, so that we know exactly the sort of data that we're going into, that we're going to be using, to provide these services for the people. And then the other aspect that I want to talk about is infrastructure. We intend to upgrade the infrastructure in Benue State to the level that will shock and awe our people in a very positive way. We cannot continue to live in the analog age when the entire world is going digital. And that is why we're going to create centers where Wi-Fi access, of the best available form is available for our children for free. So if they go to those areas, they know that they can access their laptops, their phones, get on the internet to do whatever, to search for whatever they want to search for without having to pay a dime, because the state has already paid for it. We'll also ensure, that those sort of access is available even along the road in important places, so that access to the internet, which is now so critical and becomes a seamless thing that's available in Benue at next to no cost to anybody. That's number one. And that's another innovation that we tend to introduce. And of course, we will upgrade our infrastructure. We'll do all the, most of the roads will be constructed through a private-public partnership that works. We'll upgrade the quality of our cities. We will ensure that our people live a good life. And that is what I stand for as Chief Madaki Ameh, the Okalea of Idomaland. And then that is also what the Social Democratic Party, which is the party of the future, for Benue State, also stands for. I call on you to support me in this quest and to ensure that we do not let our people down any further. I will not, and one of the things I will do to guarantee transparency is that on day one, after I'm sworn in on May 29th, 2023, I will declare all my assets wherever they are, so that you can then compare with what I will be declaring when I'm leaving. I will not be going into this office in order to make any money from the state government. Because to the glory of God, most of the things that I need, God has provided them to me for a long time ago. And also, I'm a contented person. Not having been a child of a rich man or a rich man myself, I believe that, you do not need to be in government office to make money. Thank you very much for listening to me, and may God bless you and reward you richly. Thank you.